Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Tony here. Tony's LPs are us. Cheers. Little coffee in the morning from the Sun Records Elvis Cup. We're here in Studio E. We have the Elvis light on. And of course, here's Elvis. We'll put this on him for now. Keep him happy. He doesn't say much because of the copyright laws on YouTube, very strict. But this segment is not about Elvis, but it's about two people who loved Elvis. I think everyone loved Elvis, right? We're finally getting a reissue, Buckingham NICKS. The rumor mill has been going on for forever, especially the last couple of days. Big rumor mill. And now I think it's official. I think on September 19th, 2025, which is right around the corner, we will reissue. Don't know anything about the distributors. This was originally released on Polydor. I think Buckingham NICKS, Stevie and Leslie, they actually own the rights to this, and that's probably why it was never released. They had their quarrels, they had their, ups and downs, and apparently on Instagram, they both took a song from this record called Frozen Love and did a little play on words that kind of gave a hint that they were going to collaborate. Maybe something was going to happen, and then people turned it into the reissue of Buckingham NICKS. So here's my OG copy, and this is in really fine condition, gatefold. Some of these are RLs. I forget if mine is an RL, but it has the Frozen Love, Stevie Nicks, Leslie Buckingham pen album. Now, we don't know what the new reissue is going to contain. Will it be a box set? Will it be a deluxe version? Now, I'm hoping, I might as well get greedy, and I'm sure all fans are hoping for a, original remastered reissue on this heavy gram vinyl, right? Here's the vinyl. This is the Polydor label, which looks a lot like the colors of the RHINO's High Fidelity. I'll show you the record, really clean. But anyway, what we're hoping for, and I think a lot of fans are hoping for, is, maybe we get a deluxe version with outtakes, and maybe, I don't know if there are live tracks of Buckingham NICKS performing live that were never released. I'm not a huge Fleetwood Mac guy. But because of this record, we got this record, the reincarnation of Fleetwood Mac, from a blues band to a super top pop band that rivaled everyone. Rivaled, as far as selling records, rivaled the Eagles' greatest hits, rivaled Thriller. And I think this is one of the biggest selling albums of all time. And I know it's the biggest selling artist on RHINO Records, and RHINO Records owns Warner. So, we're constantly getting reissues. We're going to get a Belladonna, I believe a Belladonna reissue from Stevie. Don't know if that's a RHINO, but we are getting Mirage. We are getting this record again with the original. For the first time, it's going to have the original tape that's been restored or repaired. There was a problem with the tape, so we weren't getting the flat master tape, and now we'll be getting that, I believe, from RHINO soon. That's coming up, and that's all over the internet too. So these rumors have been swirling. Actually, about a year plus, I did a complete video, and I'm going to post it on the back of this, so please watch it, about the history of Buckingham NICKS and why I thought that should be a reissue. And that's a pretty cool cover. I don't know if you would do this cover today, because Stevie Nicks looks, kind of, like, what are they doing? Deer in the headlights type of photo. I know she didn't love this photo. I'm sure Buckingham liked taking the photo with her. So anyway, because of this record, we got Fleetwood Mac that we all know and love today, the multi-million platinum selling group. And okay, so the rumor mills were going strong that this was going to be reissued, but then a few days ago, someone spotted this on Sunset Boulevard in California, LA, I believe. This billboard of the cover, Buckingham NICKS, September 19th. So I would think that solidifies it. Now, this is all over online. People are talking about it. People are excited. I'm excited for all those folks who don't have this. This record normally goes for between probably a VG Plus copy, 50 to 100 to more. These records were available for $3 when I was buying them, and my peers were buying them back in the day. I remember this at the record store that I worked in. Wasn't a huge record. Fleetwood Mac, of course, was huge when this first Fleetwood Mac came out. And there's a great shot of them in the back here, the rear cover. This has the insert. So this, without Buckingham Nicks, we wouldn't have got this. And for some reason, I think one of the producers went to Fleetwood. Fleetwood needed a guitar player, I guess, at that point. The different reincarnations of Fleetwood Mac. Buckingham Nicks was out. Buckingham was a great guitar player, and I believed he indicated, if you take me, you take her. And had that not happened, we would not be probably talking about Fleetwood Mac, because we know the rest is history. Now, this billboard is on, if you want to take a ride, 7365 Sunset Boulevard, confirmed its release date. Fleetwood Mac, just an iconic artist. Like I said, RHINO's biggest selling group. I've done a whole video on it. I forgot half the stuff I talked about. I didn't watch my video because I wanted to get this out. But I think it's now for real. After these Instagram hints, you know, nothing on the Kiss Cam. That would have been cool if they would have got some foresight. They could have did a Kiss Cam video like the Coldplay one that went viral. They could have came together. They could have been holding this album or holding a blank album with Stevie Nicks, Buckingham Nicks written all over it. But that didn't happen, so that would have been cool. So we are going to get a reissue. Don't know who's putting it out. You know, I know they have the rights to it. Stevie and Leslie, they own the rights to this record, and that's why it wasn't put out in the last 50-something years. We've been hoping for this record. I have a copy. I'm really going to be interested in hearing what the new copy will sound like. You know, this is 70s US vinyl. A lot of, you know, nuances that aren't there that will be probably put back into this mix, depending on how well the tape has been stored. And I'm sure the tape has been stored like it's been in Fort Knox if Buckingham had anything to do with it. He's a genius producer, you know, writer, everything, guitar player. Like I said, he's the reason we have the new Fleetwood Mac that we all love from the last incarnation. I also done a video on all my incarnations of Fleetwood Mac. What's your favorite? Peter Green on up, Robert Welsh on up, and I will post that on the back of this video. But this is going to come out September 19th. Mark your calendars. Here is my, just took a few records out to show. Here is my copy of a Rumors with the hype on it. Here is my copy of, and this is still sealed, by the way, so interesting. Didn't even know that. Great shot of her. It's hard to believe, you know, our heroes here are in their late 70s, 80s, you know. I believe Stevie's up there in age. I'm not sure. I don't want to mention her age. Here's a nice EP from Stevie Nicks. Can't Wait, vocals, and Can't Wait. Really happy to have this. Paid $4 for it at a closeout. Probably less than that. Here's one you don't see too other. The Other Side of the Mirror. Room's on Fire. We're just showing this because I want to whet your appetite for what's to come. If you do not have a copy of Buckingham Nicks on vinyl, you're missing out on all those, that great vinyl sound. Of course, it's not even available on CD anymore. There's bootleg copies floating around, European copies of the CD floating around. But as far as I know, this record is going for between 50, 75, 100 plus. So if you've been stockpiling your Buckingham Nicks records, your OG Buckingham Nicks records, maybe now's the time to unload them, because once the reissue hits for, say, 40, 50 bucks, whatever it is, you know, your prices are going to diminish. They may come back depending on how this record pans out, how it sounds. OGs are always desirable. Now, wish list. Let's hope that we get a deluxe version as well as the regular version remastered. A deluxe version meaning maybe a double record set with outtakes, maybe undubbed outtakes, maybe some live stuff that they did before they hooked up with Mick Fleetwood to reform Fleetwood Mac with Christy McVie. So that would be cool. You have an original, you have a double deluxe or a triple deluxe or whatever. That would sell out immediately. I don't know if these will be numbered. I don't know who's putting them out. If RHINO puts them out, they're going to sound great. If Analog Productions puts them out, they're going to sound great. And I'm sure they're going to sound great, and the jackets will be pristine if Buckingham has anything to do with that. If they waited this long, it's going to be a stellar job. Here's Belladonna. I just mentioned that is being reissued or has been reissued. Here's another copy of Rumors, an OG with the price tag written on it from my old record store. $4.74. It was probably a $7.98 list. Here's the vinyl, and there we have a Rumors record store day, 8/29/77 live. Really cool record. So once again, I'll show you this billboard so you could see it. My high-tech stuff here. And that's a really cool shot. And if you go online, there's multiple images of the billboard. The rumor mill is now official. That's not a rumor, no pun intended, rumor. So we are going to get, hopefully, a deluxe record. We're definitely going to get the record. So all you people who have been looking for this and don't want to spend the money, can't find a clean copy. I've heard horror stories. You buy a VG copy on Discogs, you buy a VG copy. It's not VG, or not V. It's not VG plus. It may be VG, and you don't want VG. You want VG plus or better. This is an excellent copy. Very little wear on it. There's the spine, Fleetwood Mac, and here is the Solar Anthology by Buckingham, which is really cool. It's a 6-record set, which is probably still available. Here's the hype sticker. It indicates compiled by the artist himself, 6 records, studio and live rehearsals, live versions, celebrate essential songs and performances, plus 2 previously released. Out of all these records, you could only find 2 songs that weren't released. The best of Lindsey Buckingham. And there's the back, if you want to look at that. So there you have it. This is finally getting its due reissue. Please like and subscribe. Please check out the videos on the back end. They will give you the complete story on this Buckingham NICKS records. I did a lot of research. I put it out. It was one of my biggest selling segments at that time because of the magic words, Buckingham NICKS. So thanks a lot. Keep rocking. Got Elvis here for us. Elvis is looking good. And see you soon. I've got a lot of videos to put on. It's been a very busy week. I went to a few yard sales, picked up some really good stuff. I'm going to talk about that. And a good friend of mine got me went to see Buddy Guy, got me a signed Buddy Guy record, so I'm going to show that, show some of my other Buddy Guy stuff. So keep rocking. Buckingham NICKS, coming soon to a record store near you. Ciao.